Hi everyone, History Hobo here. Welcome back to another game of TimeGuessr. Yesterday we had a pretty poor game, only around 37,000 points. We should be definitely able to beat that today if we get a good round. We were great on location yesterday, but the times were way off, like 6, 7, 8 years off on almost every round. So hopefully we can get better on that, because that seems to be where I'm losing the points at the moment. Please remember to like and subscribe if you enjoy the video. And as a quick side note, I'm probably going to be off for the next 3 days after today, as my father's coming to stay and he'll be sleeping in this room, so I probably won't have access to my computer as much. I'll try to make a video if I can, but I can't promise anything. But I'll be back after that. Let's get into the game. Okay, here we go. Okay, we have what looks like some guys dressed in World War II uniforms, or possibly World War I uniforms. Is this a reenactment? It doesn't look like such an old photo, so maybe it's a reenactment from World War I or World War II. Looks like we're in England. English flag. What's this in the corner though? I'm not sure what that is in the corner there. Is this period or is this... Here we have a Union Jack again here. It can't be period to World War II because they wouldn't have used kilograms back then. They would have used pounds and tons more than likely. Keep closed at sea. That's a modern safety warning. They wouldn't really have that back then. So I think we are likely to be in the UK. Maybe they were making a film. Was this... Is there any film cameras in the background? Is this like from the filming of Dunkirk or something like that? That's a modern pair of scissors there, so definitely not period. Also we have... Are these some kind... I don't know what these are, but we've got cabling running around and lighting equipment. So yes, maybe this is the film set for Dunkirk possibly. Question is, these boats are British, but are we in Dunkirk or are we in the UK? It's possible we are in Dunkirk. Trying to see if there's any sign that might mean that we're in France here, with just British boats in the background. I don't know where they filmed the movie, if they filmed it exactly on location or not. It looks like we probably have the film crew here just out of shot. When did Dunkirk the movie come out? 2018? Something like that? 2017 possibly? Can't see what this is here. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to pinpoint this location, that's for sure. So my guess would be that it is Dunkirk, which is here. Let's have a quick look and see if there's a pier that might match this just on the satellite view. It could be somewhere like this. Well, this is quite a large port these days. So maybe they didn't film it here because this looks too large a place that wouldn't really look period. Maybe we're somewhere on the British side with the soldiers returning. They look very relaxed. If they're in Dunkirk in the filming, they probably would have been running for their lives. So maybe we are in Dover or Folkestone, one of the two. Like one of these piers in Dover maybe. Let's have a look at these. So this kind of place would make sense, somewhere like this. We have a curve going round. Looks like, well, they're walking this way towards land. I don't know if that curve matches. I think the curve would be the opposite direction, but I don't think maybe this one here might work. I don't think we're going to be a million miles off either way, even if it is over in France. I think that's... We'll hopefully won't lose too many points. So the year, if I'm right, and this is the the movie Dunkirk, then I think 2017 sounds about right. Couldn't say exactly. I have seen the movie, but I can't remember this scene from it. But we look fairly modern. These boats in the background do look quite modern, some of them. Like this crane and things like that. And just the photo image quality itself. Okay, we'll guess that. It was the movie Dunkirk, so we were right there. So extras on the set of filming Christopher Nolan's 2017 Dunkirk. So it was released in 2017, but they were filming during 2016. And it was in Dorset. I don't know why they filmed it there. Surely they didn't go all the way over. Maybe just an older looking pier, but still a good score. Didn't drop too many points. So we have a city here with an elevated train track. So it's probably American. I associate these elevated train tracks with more America than I do anywhere else. Sure, they do have them. Well, they have them in Thailand, but this isn't Thailand. Is it Chicago? I believe has an elevated train track, and also parts of New York do as well, like Brooklyn, I think. So we're going to have to guess between the two. We do have a sign here that says something in Cleveland. Copperfield or Copperfeld maybe in Cleveland. Does Cleveland have an elevated train track? I do not know. Off the bat, the city buildings don't look quite tall enough to be New York, but it is possible that it is New York. Because maybe like the Brooklyn area, that kind of place, doesn't have the taller buildings. Gonna have to see if there's anywhere else that says the city on it. Callahan, Bowery, seems quite Irish names. Oh, well, that gives us a big clue. North from Grand Street, New York, something, I can't see the year. That's not the year is just cut off. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but we know it's in New York, and we know it's north from Grand Street, New York City. I don't know where Grand Street is in New York City, but let's have a look. Grand Street. I don't see any train tracks. Obviously, these train tracks could have been removed by now. I'm probably going to have a quick look around here, see if I can find anything, and I will probably skip it or speed it up if I find it. Okay, we found Grand Street. Runs from here all the way along. If it says we're looking north from Grand Street, so this is Grand Street here. Do I see a train track running along this street? I don't. It may have been removed by now. This looks pretty old. Or are we looking up another street? Because I see there's a train track here on Williamsburg Bridge. Don't see any train tracks running along Grand Street. But I've got to assume this is where the end of Grand Street is. So I've got to assume we're somewhere along here. We can see slightly curves to the left. So if we were looking this way, is there a slight curve to the left? It looks a pretty damn straight road. It curves to the right more than anything. But I think we're going to put it around here, possibly. Unless it curves to the left at the end there. So maybe we're looking from around here, possibly. Okay, any other clues as to the year particularly? Just wish I could see what the year was in the bottom corner of the screen. Let's see. It has a copyright. Is that at 02? It looks like it might be 1902. Do we see any cars? We see horse-drawn carriages. More horse-drawn carriages. Not a single car by the looks of it. So 1902 could be pretty much bang on the dot. I think I'm actually going to go with that, to be honest. Fashion wise, this definitely looks like early 1900s. Everyone's wearing a bowler hat. Seems about right for the time. So I'm going to go 1902. Let's go for it. It's 1910. That copyright was wrong then, because that definitely wasn't. The location is here. Not even on Grand Street. That's Grand Street here. Oh well. That's annoying. We lost so many points. I would have thought we would have seen some cars by 1910. But never mind. Okay, we've got another old one. With the first thing that jumps out to me is this. My dog is shaking under, scratching under the desk, shaking the table, probably shaking my camera too. This hat looks very much either British or like Boer War era. But this looks more American than it does Britain. Maybe the American police used to wear these, or maybe it's Australia. Credit Lion something. Is this France then? Possibly. Early traffic light system. Is he controlling the traffic lights? He might be. I can't see any language, unfortunately. That's making it really difficult. These kind of trees in the streets make me do think France. Can't read that. What about this? Doesn't camp something. Doesn't strike me as being English, so I think we might be in Paris here, to be honest. It's possible. This is going to be a difficult one. Just cannot see that, but Credit Lyonnais makes me think France, and obviously it makes me think of the city Lyon. If we're in Lyon, I'd be surprised, but we could be. Looks more Paris to me, just based off the size of the buildings. There's a rather dapper chap with the white shoes. Yeah, I think we're going to have to go Paris on this one. If it's Lyon, how far is Lyon from Paris? It's quite far. But Lyon is just not a big city. Let's have a quick look at the satellite view. It's fairly big, but architecture doesn't look right to me. I think we're more likely than Paris. If this is even France, if this is somewhere completely different, I don't know. If it's Paris and just a street view, a street scene, I tend to go south of the river if it's not a famous building, because these tend to be bigger roads up on the north of the river. This light looks like it definitely could be French. It doesn't look like anything I recognize as a street light. The year, I'm looking at this car in the background for the year. Makes me think early 30s, late 20s, which would fit with very early traffic lights. These may even be gas powered, I don't know, because looking at the size of the cable going in there. Yeah, this car, I'm going to go with 1929. It's 33, and it was Barcelona. I would not have got Barcelona off that. Luckily we didn't lose too many points based on that, but I don't know what clue we would have for Barcelona there. It didn't strike me as being Spanish. I thought these trees just in the sidewalk seem more French to me, but okay, next round. Year wasn't terrible. We're only 4 years off, so that's not bad. Now, we have a mountain range in the background here with a city. It looks cold, just based off the steam coming off the buildings. Are these the Rocky Mountains, possibly? City doesn't look massive. Unless we're just looking over one side of the city and turned around, it would be a very big place. Kind of, we're driving, can't tell on that road because it's a one-way road. Looks American though, or Canadian, one of the two. Can we see a Tim Hortons or something like that to put us in Canada? Oh, we have an American flag here, so we're in America. That's going to be difficult for location-wise. Somewhere like Denver, possibly. Being surrounded by mountains. Yeah, we have another American flag there, so that confirms it. Let's think about this one. I can't see anything written on any building. That's what's annoying. I was hoping I'd get a... We have an H down here. It's more than likely a Hilton hotel. Just can't see anything that would give away a city here to me. We know it's got to be a city that's near the mountains. There's another Hilton. There are two Hiltons in the same town. This is the only thing that I can't even read this. That's not going to be helpful to me. Let's think about, have a look in the map and see, is this even, possibly even Alaska? If this is Alaska and I guess the lower 48, then I'm going to lose a lot of points. Could be like Fairbanks, Alaska, Anchorage. Well, we have a Hilton right on the outskirts of a city, between the city and the mountains. At least one Hilton, possibly two. I could check that in Alaska just to check it off my list, because I don't see it being any other city other than one of the big ones. Is it Fairbanks, Anchorage? Are there any other big cities in Alaska? Anchorage and Fairbanks are the only two that are shown up this far. So I'm going to have a quick look at them, see if any of them possibly line up. First thing I'm going to do is look at the satellite view. So we have, this is Fairbanks. We have what looks like quite a lot of farmland here before the mountains are quite far off. We have a river. Can't see any river. It's possible there is one out there, but this looks not mountainous enough around it, to be honest. So I think we can check off Fairbanks. Now let's look at Anchorage. Now Anchorage is a bay, so it can't be Anchorage unless we're looking out in this direction. Let's have a look here. We do have mountains in this direction. So if we were somewhere around here, for example, looking out this way, we would have this kind of view. Is there any way that I can tell what direction we're actually looking? Sure there are, based off shadows, because this is either early morning or late evening. It strikes me as early morning more than late evening. So if it's early morning, the sun would be rising in the east, meaning the shadows would be going west. So this means we're looking, if this way is west, this way would be north. I think I could be completely wrong. This is just an assumption. If it's the evening, I'm looking the other direction. So I think we're looking northwest to the mountain ridge, which wouldn't line up with here because we're looking straight east to the mountain ridge, unless it's evening. I'm just going to have a quick look around Anchorage to see if any Hiltons pop out. This looks suburban. Is it suburban? Yes, very suburban here. We don't really have any suburban areas out here, so I don't think it's going to be Anchorage. Hey, next guess is going to be down south. So I was thinking Denver possibly. Let's have a look at the mountains around here. So we have mountains to the west of Denver. So that could possibly make sense. But we do have a lot of farmland between. Where's the actual city centre? Oh, I've missed it. So if we're in the city centre here, we could keep the hybrid on. We could be looking out from this direction. I said west, northwest-ish, and the Rockies do run that way. I'm never going to find a Hilton here though. It looks like too big a city, but we'd have to be quite close to the outskirts. And again, this looks very suburban, so I don't think we're in Denver either. Where else would this be? I'm going to have a look around. Maybe I'll skip this, see what I can find. Well, can't find anything. I knew it was a long shot, but I'm guessing these are the Rocky Mountains. So based on that, I think I'm going to go like Boulder, Colorado. I know it's not there, but it's close to the mountains. Hopefully looking in the right direction. And we're fairly central. Hopefully it's not too far north. It's obviously a winter picture, but I'm sure Colorado, being such high elevation, gets pretty cold in the winter. So that's going to be my guess. Now the year, we don't look completely modern. It's a bit tricky to tell. We got obviously some pickups. Is that an Escalade or something, or a Silverado possibly? Thinking we might be early 2000s possibly, or anywhere between 2000 2010 maybe. It's going to be a tricky one. It's a difficult picture, but I think I'm going to go 2007. I could be losing a lot of points here. It was Alaska. I checked bloody Anchorage. How did I must have got my shadows the wrong way around. And it was 2018. That's a terrible score. So we must have been looking the opposite direction. So it must be an evening photo, not a morning. Well, it is the morning. So maybe I just got my maths wrong on the shadows. So shadows definitely going this way. If it's the morning, that would be west. So that would be north. I suppose this is more looking this direction possibly. Should have gone with my gut thinking it was very far north. But okay, that's destroyed our score for today. This one's a gimme though. This one, I'm just going to go straight in and say it's 1966. And we are in Wembley Stadium, I believe. England won, Germany, yes, it's Radio Times, Wembley Stadium. So I know where it is. I've been to Wembley Stadium multiple times. If I can remember exactly, it's along with the A1, the M1. There's the M1. It's not far off the M1, I believe. Trying to remember. I went there like a year and a bit ago. So where's Wembley? It's such a big city. It's hard to find. There's Wembley. And there's Wembley Stadium. So we're on the pitch, Wembley Stadium. Let's put it in the middle and go. Yep, spot on, 66. So that saved us a bit of points, but I think we're probably still going to be below 40,000, are we? Yep. That Anchorage round really didn't do us any favours. Let's have a look at that breakdown. Yep. So if we hadn't had that, we would have been close to 45,000. If I'd have guessed Anchorage and not been so far off on the year, and also the Barcelona round lost us a lot of points. Not the best day ever, but it was a difficult one, I would say. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye.